The Julio Iglesias Stadium Revolution. How he invented modern concert tourism. Before Julio Iglesias, concerts were events. After Julio Iglesias, concerts became destinations. In the early 1980s, when most international artists performed in traditional theaters and concert halls, one Spanish singer revolutionized the entire live music industry by proving that massive outdoor venues could create economic ecosystems that transformed entire cities. This investigation examines how Julio's pioneering approach to stadium performances created the template for modern concert tourism, generated billions in economic impact worldwide, and fundamentally changed how cities view entertainment as a driver of international tourism and economic development. In 1980, the live music industry operated under assumptions that had remained unchanged for decades. Concert promoter Roberto Martinez, who worked with major international artists throughout the 1970s, describes the industry's limitations before Julio's revolutionary approach. Artists toured from city to city, performing one night in each venue before moving on. Martinez explains from his Madrid entertainment industry office. The economic impact was limited to ticket sales, and maybe a few hundred fans getting dinner before the show. Nobody thought about concerts as tourism generators or multi-day economic events. Traditional touring followed predictable patterns, single-night performances. Artists performed once per city and moved immediately to the next location on their schedule. Limited venue capacity. Most international performers used theaters, concert halls, or small arenas with capacities under 10,000 people. Minimal tourism impact. Audiences were primarily local with limited travel or extended stays associated with performances. Basic production. Simple stage setups that could be quickly assembled and dismantled for rapid venue turnover. Music industry analyst Dr. Elena Rodriguez explains why this model persisted for so long. The industry prioritized efficiency over impact. The goal was to reach as many cities as possible, as quickly as possible, maximizing the number of performances rather than the economic impact of each performance. This conservative approach would be completely transformed by Julio's vision of concerts as destination experiences rather than simple entertainment events. Julio's stadium revolution began with a radical experiment in May 1981 at Madrid's Santiago Bernabéu Stadium. Rather than performing a single concert, Julio proposed a 5-night residency that would transform the stadium into a temporary entertainment destination. Concert promoter Carlos Mendez, who organized the Madrid residency, recalls the industry's skepticism. Everyone thought Julio was crazy. No Spanish artist had ever attempted 5 consecutive nights at the Bernabéu. The conventional wisdom was that you'd exhaust your audience after 2 shows maximum. But Julio and his team had analyzed audience data and recognized untapped potential. International fan base. Julio's popularity extended far beyond Spain, with significant audiences throughout Europe and Latin America who would travel for special events. Repeat attendance potential. Research suggested that devoted fans would attend multiple performances if each show offered unique elements. Tourism integration opportunity. Madrid's tourism infrastructure could support extended stays if concerts were packaged with cultural experiences and city exploration. Economic amplification possibility. Multi-night residencies could generate exponentially more economic impact than single performances. The Madrid experiment exceeded all expectations. All 5 shows sold out, with over 40% of the audience traveling from outside Madrid specifically for the concerts. We proved that concerts could be vacation destinations, Mendez continues. Fans weren't just attending a show. They were taking concert holidays. The success of the Madrid residency led Julio's team to develop comprehensive tourism integration strategies that turned concerts into complete destination experiences. Tourism industry consultant Maria Santos worked with Julio's organization to create the first systematic concert tourism packages. We realized that if fans were traveling internationally for concerts, we could enhance their experience while generating additional economic impact for host cities. The tourism integration model included several innovative elements: concert package holidays, coordinated travel packages that included flights, accommodations, concert tickets, and cultural activities in a single purchase; extended stay incentives, multi-night residencies that encouraged fans to spend several days in each destination, maximizing their tourism expenditure; schedules coordinated with local festivals, museum exhibitions, and cultural events to create comprehensive destination experiences; VIP experience development, premium packages that included backstage access, private dinners, and exclusive city tours for high-spending international fans. Hotel industry executive Roberto Silva witnessed the transformation firsthand. Before Julio stadium shows, international music events generated modest hotel bookings. After his model proved successful, major concert announcements would fill hotels for weeks around performance dates. One of the biggest challenges Julio faced was making stadium venues work for romantic ballad performances. Football stadiums were designed for sports, not intimate musical experiences, requiring revolutionary approaches to sound engineering and acoustic design. Audio engineer Miguel Torres worked on Julio's early stadium shows and helped develop acoustic solutions that would become industry standards. The technical challenges were enormous. How do you create intimate musical experiences for 80,000 people in venues designed for football matches? Torres and his team pioneered several acoustic innovations. Distributed sound systems. Instead of traditional stage-mounted speakers, sound was distributed throughout stadiums using multiple speaker clusters that created even coverage for all audience areas. Acoustic shell technology. Temporary structures erected behind stages that reflected and focused sound while reducing ambient noise and reverberation. Dynamic range management. Audio processing techniques that preserve the subtlety of romantic ballads while ensuring clarity in massive outdoor environments. Wind and weather compensation. Real-time audio adjustments that compensated for atmospheric conditions affecting sound transmission in outdoor venues. Julio's team essentially created the blueprint for stadium sound engineering. Every major outdoor music venue today uses techniques that were developed for his stadium shows. Julio's stadium shows required production scales that had never been attempted for popular music performances, leading to innovations in stage design, lighting, and visual presentation that transformed the concert industry. Production designer Elena Morales worked on Julio's stadium tours throughout the 1980s and witnessed the evolution of concert production. We had to completely reimagine what a concert could be. Traditional stage setups were completely inadequate for stadium environments and audience expectations. The production innovations included massive stage structures, multi-level stages that could be seen clearly from any location in 80,000-seat venues, while providing dynamic visual interest throughout performances. Advanced lighting design. Computerized lighting systems that created atmospheric effects visible across entire stadiums, while maintaining intimate mood for romantic performances. Video integration. Large-scale video screens that brought visual intimacy to massive audiences, while creating spectacular visual experiences. Pyrotechnics and effects. Carefully orchestrated special effects that enhance dramatic moments without overwhelming the musical content. Julio's production teams created the template for modern stadium shows, Morales continues. Artists like Madonna, U2, and later Taylor Swift built on foundations that were established during Julio's stadium revolution. Economist Dr. Patricia Rodriguez has studied the economic impact of Julio's stadium tourism model and documented its revolutionary effect on local economies. Traditional concerts generated economic impact equivalent to a busy restaurant night, Dr. Rodriguez explains, from her Economic Research Institute. Julio's stadium residencies generated economic impact equivalent to major international conventions or sporting events. Economic impact analysis of Julio's major stadium residencies revealed direct expenditure, ticket sales, merchandise, and concessions generated tens of millions in direct revenue per residency. Tourism spending. International fans spent an average of $2,000 to $5,000 per trip on hotels, restaurants, shopping, and cultural activities beyond concert attendance. Employment generation. Stadium shows created temporary employment for thousands of workers in hospitality, transportation, security, and event services. Infrastructure development. Cities invested in venue improvements, transportation upgrades, and tourism infrastructure to support large-scale concert tourism. Long-term tourism growth. Successful concert residencies increase cities' international visibility and long-term tourism. Appeal. Julio proved that music could be a major economic development tool, Dr. Rodriguez concludes. His model showed cities worldwide that entertainment could drive substantial economic growth. Julio's stadium model achieved its most dramatic success in Latin America, where its cultural connection with audiences created unprecedented economic impacts and established new paradigms for regional tourism. Concert promoter Diego Herrera organized Julio's major Latin American stadium tours and witnessed their transformative effect. In Latin America, Julio's concerts became national events. People traveled across entire countries and between countries to attend his stadium shows. The Latin American expansion featured several unique characteristics. Multi-country tour packages. Fans traveled between Argentina, Brazil, Chile, and Mexico, following Julio's tour schedule, creating regional tourism circuits. Cultural festival integration. Stadium concerts were coordinated with local cultural celebrations, creating week-long festival atmospheres in host cities. Economic development partnership. Governments actively promoted Julio's concerts as economic development opportunities, providing infrastructure support and tourism marketing. Regional media events. Stadium shows became television and radio spectacles broadcast internationally, amplifying tourism impact beyond direct attendance. Julio's Latin American stadium tours proved that music could drive regional economic development. Cities competed to host his residencies because of their massive economic impact. Julio's European stadium tours established the operational template that would be adopted by the modern concert touring industry, creating standardized approaches to venue management, audience logistics, and tourism integration. Venue manager Roberto Silva worked on several of Julio's European stadium residencies and helped develop operational data management standards. Every aspect of the stadium experience had to be reimagined for multi-night music residencies. We created protocols that became industry standards. European stadium innovations included venue transformation protocols, systematic approaches to converting sports stadiums into optimal music venues while maintaining safety and comfort standards, audience flow management, traffic and crowd control systems that could handle 80,000 plus people arriving and departing efficiently without creating urban gridlock. International logistics, coordination systems for managing audiences traveling from multiple countries with different languages, currencies, and cultural expectations. Quality control standards, service and production standards that ensured consistent experiences across different venues and countries. Julio's European tours created the operational DNA for modern stadium touring. Major artists today use systems that were pioneered during his 1980s stadium residencies. Julio's stadium requirements drove technological innovations that transformed the concert industry's capabilities and established foundations for modern entertainment technology. Technology coordinator Dr. Luis Martinez worked on developing solutions for Julio's stadium challenges. Every technical aspect of large-scale concerts had to be advanced beyond existing capabilities. Julio's team pushed technology development across multiple industries. Key technological advancements included wireless communication systems. Coordination of massive production crews required advanced wireless communication networks that became industry standards. Computer-controlled production. Automated systems for managing lighting, sound, and effect sequences that enabled consistent execution across multiple performances. Ticketing and access control. Electronic ticketing systems and computerized access control that could handle massive audiences efficiently. Weather monitoring and response. Real-time weather tracking and rapid response protocols for outdoor events that influenced emergency management standards. Julio's stadium requirements accelerated entertainment technology development by years, Dr. Martinez explains. Solutions developed for his tours became standard equipment for the entire industry. Julio's stadium success prompted other major international artists to adopt similar approaches, leading to rapid industry-wide transformation and increasingly sophisticated concert tourism development. Music industry executive Ana Garcia witnessed the competitive evolution that followed Julio's innovations. Once Julio proved stadium residencies could generate massive economic impact, every major artist wanted to replicate his success. The competitive response included scale escalation. Artists competed to create even larger and more spectacular stadium productions, driving continuous innovation in concert presentation. Tourism package development. Record labels and management companies developed increasingly sophisticated tourism integration strategies. Venue competition. Cities and venues competed to attract major stadium residencies by offering enhanced infrastructure and promotional support. Technology investment. The industry invested heavily in advancing production capabilities to meet rising audience expectations. Julio created a competitive arms race in stadium entertainment, Garcia explains. His innovations forced the entire industry to reimagine what concerts could be. Julio's stadium tourism model was rapidly adopted worldwide, with local adaptations that reflected different cultural contexts while maintaining core economic and operational principles. International concert consultant Dr. Elena Fernandez studied the global adoption of Julio's innovations. Within a decade, Julio's stadium model became the standard approach for major international touring. Cities worldwide began competing for stadium residencies. Global adoption patterns included Asian market development, stadium touring models adapted for Asian markets with emphasis on technology integration and audience participation. North American integration, adoption of multi-night stadium residencies in major U.S. and Canadian markets, leading to modern festival development. African and Middle Eastern expansion, stadium tourism models adapted for emerging markets, with emphasis on cultural sensitivity and infrastructure development. Festival evolution. Julio's multi-night residency model evolved into modern music festivals that attract international tourism. Julio's innovations became the foundation for the global live entertainment industry. Fernandez concludes, today's concert tourism industry directly traces its origins to innovations pioneered during Julio's stadium revolution, with economic impacts that now measure in hundreds of billions annually. Current industry analyst Roberto Vega explains the modern connection. Every major stadium tour, every music festival, every destination concert experience today uses principles that Julio's team developed in the 1980s. Modern applications of Julio's innovations include festival tourism, multi-day music festivals that attract international audiences and generate massive local economic impact. Residency concerts, extended runs by major artists in specific venues, popularized by performers like Celine Dion in Las Vegas. Stadium tour economics, modern touring economics that prioritize massive venue shows over numerous small venue performances. Destination marketing, cities using major concerts as international tourism marketing tools, and economic development strategies. Contemporary economic analysis, of the concert tourism industry reveals the massive scale of economic activity that originated with Julio's innovations. Tourism economist Dr. Maria Gonzalez has calculated the industry's current economic impact. Concert tourism now generates over $100 billion annually worldwide, with employment for millions of people in dozens of related industries. Current economic measurements include direct impact. Ticket sales, merchandise, and venue spending generate tens of billions annually. Tourism multiplier effect. Concert tourism drives spending in hotels, restaurants, transportation, and retail that multiplies the direct economic impact. Infrastructure investment. Cities invest billions in venue improvements and transportation infrastructure to compete for major concert tourism. Employment creation. Concert tourism industry employs millions of people worldwide in both temporary and permanent positions. Julio's stadium revolution created an entirely new sector of the global economy. Dr. Gonzalez concludes, beyond economic impact, Julio's stadium model fundamentally transformed how cultures interact through music, and how international understanding develops through shared entertainment experiences. Cultural Studies professor Dr. Antonio Santos has studied the social impact of concert tourism. Julio's innovations created new forms of cultural exchange, where music serves as a universal language that transcends political and linguistic boundaries. Cultural transformations include international community building. Concert tourism creates temporary international communities where people from different countries share common experiences. Cultural diplomacy. Major concerts serve as informal diplomatic events that improve international relations and cultural understanding. Language bridge building. Musical experiences help overcome language barriers and create connections between people from different linguistic backgrounds. Shared memory creation. International concert experiences create shared cultural memories that bind diverse audiences together. As the concert industry continues evolving, Julio's foundational innovations remain relevant. Technologies and changing audience expectations drive continued development. Industry futurist Dr. Patricia Morales explains current trends. The principles Julio established, destination experiences, tourism integration, massive production scale, remain central to the industry, while new technologies create additional possibilities. Current evolution includes digital integration. Streaming and social media create global audiences for stadium shows while maintaining their destination appeal. Sustainability focus. Modern stadium shows incorporate environmental sustainability while maintaining spectacular production values. Technology enhancement. Virtual reality, augmented reality, and advanced projection create new possibilities for audience engagement. Global accessibility. Improved transportation and communication make international concert tourism accessible to broader audiences. Today, when millions of people travel internationally for music festivals, stadium tours, and concert residencies, they are participating in an industry that Julio Iglesias essentially created single-handedly in the 1980s. His vision that concerts could be more than entertainment, that they could be economic engines, cultural bridges, and destination experiences, transformed not just the music industry, but global tourism and economic development. The stadium lights still shine, the international audiences still gather, and cities worldwide still compete to host the massive entertainment events that generate billions in economic impact and create unforgettable experiences for millions of people. Julio Iglesias proved that music could move more than hearts. It could move economies, transform cities, and create new forms of international connection that continue to shape our globalized world. The revolution he started continues to evolve, but its fundamental truth remains unchanged. When music becomes a destination, everyone wins. Artists, audiences, cities, and the countless people whose livelihoods depend on the industry he created.